on 95.1 Nigeria Info.
Good morning, welcome to a brand new day right here on Nigeria Info 95.1 Abuja, 6:16 a.m. right here. Hope that you are having a great start to your Thursday, June 5th, 2025. This is the Morning Crossfire. My name is Itodo, and I'll be here until 9 o'clock going through the headlines and having some very important conversations as always right here on the show. And at 9 o'clock, hand you over to the Sports Drive team after the business news updates. They'll be here until 9:30 when What's Happening in Abuja will be live until noon. The news will come up and afterwards, Sunny Side until 3 with Her Vocal Majesty Swat. At 3 o'clock, the Oracle will be here with some hard facts for you until 7. Hand over to the Football Frenzy team, and right after that, it'll be time to get into tonight with Sami at 9 p.m. all the way to midnight, and a brand new day. So you are in for an amazing day as always, right here on Nigeria Info 95.1 Abuja.
Off the press, these are the front pages.
We are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. Please note that these headlines we're going to go through right now have been read as published and have got nothing to do with Nigeria Info. So ensure that you have all the facts, details, and every information that you need even while you react to the headlines this morning. Let's get things started with The Guardian. Nigeria's health budget too low to address challenges, this is according to Bill Gates on a recent visit to the president. Ondo Tribunal upholds Ayedatiwa's victory, dismisses PDP SDP petitions. Boxing legend Obisia Nwakpa dies at 75. NBBFC pledges support for family. Africa CDC empowers young Africans to tackle public health challenges. Defection rumors swell as Adeleke Fubara meets Tinubu in Lagos. Center to strengthen China-Africa Media Cooperation, academic exchange. Nigeria First policy will create more jobs, stimulate economy, says NADDC boss. NHRC urges joint action to protect children from abuse. Moving on now to The Punch. VIPs lobby presidency as federal government grounds 60 private jets. EFCC arraigns 2 Chinese in Lagos for illegal mining. Students declared missing by mother expelled for drug peddling. That's according to the university. Concerns as multi-billion equipment rot in Delta colleges. Traders lament low patronage as RAM prices soar by 55.5%. Salah. Mokwa Bridge collapse fuels tomato pepper price surge. Anambra governorship poll campaign begins June 11, according to INEC. Presidency splurges 23 billion naira on forex for foreign trips. Natasha disowns viral tape blackmailing Tinubu. All these and more on The Punch today. Let's get to see what is happening with the Daily Trust. 20-year Emirate tussle. We accept verdict, Jokolo's lawyer. How hot money remittances drive Abuja's property boom. Truck drivers block Lokoja-Ajaokuta highway over shooting of colleagues. FCTA's efforts to protect Abuja master plan being politicized. Gunmen abduct headers returning from market. Alleged forgery. Court fixes June 23 for arraignment of FCTA director. Others. Natives reject FCTA's relocation policy, demand integration. 2027, ADC begins nationwide consultation on coalition. I don't join issues with children. Amechi replies, Wike. Mokwa flawed. Bodies of 7 children recovered as search continues. All these and more on the Daily Trust this morning. Let's move on now to the Vanguard. Mokwa flood victims lament poor food, camp conditions. 2 years of Tinubu, no gains, but more suffering, hardship. That's according to the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC. Federal government lists new rules to deactivate dormant lines. Petrol. 6 depots slash prices as competition heightens in downstream sector. AFCC declares 2 more suspects wanted over 1 billion naira CBEX fraud. Trump bans citizens of 12 countries from entering U.S. Naira rises to 1,615 to the dollar in parallel market. Private jet operators begin regularizing duty payments after grounding. That's according to the customs. All these and more on the Vanguard today. Let's move on now to our final stop, which is the Sun. Tension rises in 32 states over flooding forecast. Anambra Guba. INEC publishes final lists of candidates. Date for campaign kickoff. Enugu. Umba begins crackdown on native doctors. Others aiding ritual killings, kidnappings. Special seats bill imperative for Nigeria's democracy. Minister. Disinformation plays significant role in Nigerian civil war. Obasanjo. Saraki says more defection coming as Akwa Ibom governor is set to dump PDP. 2027. In Kebbi, PDP loses, APC gains. 2027. Power must shift to Abia North, Okpara. All these and more on the Sun this morning. Time to get to your reactions right now. Please note that once you get through on the phone lines, you would have 90 seconds. That is 1 minute, 30 seconds to share your thoughts. So kindly go straight to your points. The numbers to call and send a WhatsApp message are as follows. On WhatsApp, you can send a WhatsApp message, a voice note to 080 99930137. Numbers to call 0700 951 0000, 08095 974869. We are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. You can also drop your comment in real time and be part of the conversation. We're going on a quick break. When we come back, we'll get to your reactions to the headlines this morning.
This is Morning Crossfire.
citizens, constitutional terrorism against the citizens, so many atrocities by their leaders. In fact, those countries could have been added to for not 10 years. And those countries know themselves. They are just narrowly escaped. And that, thank God today that we didn't have any bad news concerning how many others were killed concerning terrorists. That's only today, I believe we have not had anything concerning like that. We thank God, just pray that it will maybe continue like that where we have improvement of security. So thank you. My name is Yaya, the head boy.
All right, Yahya, thank you. Good morning.
Itodo.
Welcome.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. My name is Pastor Tige, calling from Dubai.
Please go ahead.
President Itodo.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to react to the headline of the talk about flood. If you remember, was it last year when there was flood in Piedmont, near Lugbe, I called to this radio that I told you that government will never do anything on the next one. They will reassure you. Look, all these leaders, I challenge them. I challenge mostly APC leaders to tell us, show us what they have done differently for a PDP, 16 years in power. What have done that is different? Nothing. They don't value the life or the citizens of Nigeria. I want to ask Nigeria President Tinubu, have you visited the Itodo people to mourn with them for the loss of the football players that was involved in the accident? The answer will be no. Why? They don't value us. Look at when one president's son was involved in a bike accident. See the road they play. Okay, look, see what they do to protect the life of our president, to buy a new jet because they say his life, they need to protect it, they need to get it. See, you Nigerian leaders, right up.
All right.
Nigerian life is very important. Look at when I was flood in Dubai. They come and see the form. They scatter everywhere and everywhere. But Nigeria, another one happen.
All right.
Nigeria shall be great again. Nigeria should be wise, please. Thank you for the opportunity. My regard to Dr. Kenny Olaiwa, Governor Itodo. Have a wonderful deliberation.
Have a good morning as well. Let's go on to the live feed and take some of your comments right now. Unmal Labour from Owerri says Benue governor has failed and should throw in the towel. He's not living in the country, or we are not living in a country where terrorists and headsmen have set our teeth on edge and live at the mercy of terrorists, armed robbers, bandits, and kidnappers. And our leaders are so soaked in opulence that they no longer remember their lives as sacred and precious. Terrorism is a serious issue any serious government cannot afford to joke with, but here we are rehabilitating and pampering them. Let the government be proactive as we are tired of rhetorics. Good morning, Akinwande, Adebayo, and Ode John. Thank you for being a part of the conversation this morning. Let's go on to the WhatsApp platform and take some of your voice notes as well as your messages. And this one right here from Heezy in Lugbe says, Chinese arraigned in Lagos for illegal mining. This is all we hear about illegal mining. We don't hear about the prosecution. It's always ending with something in favor of the foreigners. And that is why they keep coming back to steal the resources. God help us, is how he ends his thoughts. And Wale Fatunla says, what a sarcastic assessment of the president's 2-year scorecard marked by policy somersaults and glaring failures. The president's economic reforms are paradoxical, bold in rhetoric, but hollow in results. The ordinary Nigerian feels no relief. Only politicians benefit from these so-called changes. The reality is clear. Citizens are suffering, hunger is widespread, and hope is fading. This reform path must be questioned, reevaluated, and ultimately stopped, is how Wale Fatunla ends his thoughts. I slept well. Thank you very much for asking. Fitzgerald in Airport Road. 2 years of Tinubu's administration has been painful, horrible, and devastating for citizens. His inaugurational speech changed everything within a second. He should reverse those policies hurting people, is how Fitzgerald ends his thoughts. And nationals will not just come to Nigeria to mine if our people do not allow them to do so. Some government officials are culpable and our laws are not being implemented, is what Oludade Abiodun shares as his thoughts. Let's go into some of your voice notes in reaction to the headlines this morning. Good morning.
Nigerian for good morning, Nigerian. Good morning, the listeners. Oh, about the death of Obisi Anwakpa, may so rest in peace. Number one, Nigeria hero. We die before then know his name. Because Obisi Anwakpa, nobody is sharing about Obisi Anwakpa before, but now what that is there, they are now announcing that Obisi Anwakpa died. Obisi Anwakpa, he played for Nigeria well before, but we cannot take care of them. May so rest in peace. But Saraki said that many defections will come. Our PDP will wipe off because they are the one that put us into this mess today. When PDP was in power, we have many things. We have many people to work. We have many places to work. But now they have sold everything we have to themselves, like NEPA, like all this Nite, many things. They sold it off. Even though Nikon organ, it's not belongs to the former company before. So it is only post office they did not sell in this country. Even though include the Jakarta, they wipe it off. They know say nobody will buy post office.
Good morning, Itodo. I want to react to the headline that says, my name is Abila, sorry. The headline that says one of the policies will create job. Is it when Nigerians are dead, that's when the policies are going to be working? This is more than 2 years down the line now. We are not seeing any impact as regards all these policies. The government should do the needful. Nigerians are in pain. They should do the needful, please. We are not slaves in our country. Thank you. That is my take.
Hello, good morning. Welcome, Charles.
Obasanjo said disinformation caused the Civil War of 1967. And I also want to agree with him that disinformation is still playing till today. Because the disinformation was what labeled the coup, an Itodo coup of 1966, that led to pogrom of the killing of Easterners, that eventually led to a Boe Accord that the then Commander-in-Chief, the one, refused to honor, that eventually led to the war. But the disinformation made everybody, or the younger generation, believe that Ojukwu was the aggressor, while he was only defending his people. Today, the same disinformation has made IPOB a terrorist organization, while what they were asking is a referendum to decide their political future. The same disinformation have made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who came, provided a solution to become an offender. And as long as Nigeria continue to support the other day I was talking about media personnel. You think I was talking to you? No, there are some of them that are not objective in their reportage. There is something we call even investigative journalism. What they do is go to the government houses today. They run around the governors and dish out what the governor wants them to do. And at the end of the day, they collect envelope. This is not how nations are built.
All right.
Media is one of the strongest places that build nations, that will look at you as a journalist, as a president, and said, Mr. President, you're not doing this thing this way, do it the other way. That disinformation is still going on in Nigeria today. And it is Nigeria will never know even the direction until these guys comes and stand in fairness.
All right.
Have a wonderful day.
Have a good day, Charles. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
Welcome. I can hear you.
Huh?
I can hear you.
Hello. Okay, my name is Tom. I'm calling from Lugbe. Disinformation indeed. Then he has disinformed us now that God refused to honor the Aburu this. Oh my God. information between Ujiko and Gowon at Aburu. I say Gowon refused to honor what Gowon was looking for settlement of peace. Anyway, that's not where I want to go. The Mokwa flood, which has displaced over 4,000 families, the federal government is offering a miserable 2 billion for resettlement. Meanwhile, there is this committee, I can't remember, that is sitting in the Senate. The federal government approved 9 or 11 billion for the committee to deliberate on what? I don't know. Road construction, completion of some of the bridges in Abuja here. How many billions is federal government? So that's to tell you that this government is insensitive to people's plight. Look at the families who are told that about 6 or something children were recovered this morning. 4,000 families replaced in Mokwa, and you are giving them 2 billion. That alone has been releasing more than 2 billion in some of these floods.
All right.
It's so annoying. I don't want to talk. Finished.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Let's go on to our live feed right now. YouTube and Facebook is where we are. Do all to follow and be a part of the conversation on those platforms. Chukwugozie Onu watching live from Niger State. Madala says, Mokwa Bridge collapse. May the soul of the dead rest in peace. Amen. And also Francis Namani watching from Amangunze in Enugu State. The state of emergency should be declared over the incessant killings in Plateau, Benue and other parts of the country. A stitch in time saves 9. While Bill Dave says the presidency has yet again pledged 2 billion naira to the victims of Mokwa flood and trucks of food. The issue now is who will keep track of the disbursements. The victims are already complaining of poor treatment in various camps. Meanwhile, we all know what will happen at the end. Monies will be siphoned and trucks of food stolen while the victims suffer. May God help us, is how he ends his thoughts. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, my name is Jamil from Otaku.
Please go ahead, sir.
I want to make use of this opportunity to thank all our callers. Thank you, Uncle Tom, for correcting Charles. Because when you accuse media or accuse person like Yakubu Gawai, you are not doing well in this country. Because history is there, the whole record is there. Even in Namdi Kano that you are taking off, even they did not withdraw the tapes, the records that he said by himself on Radio Biafra. The federal government are not fools. They are listening to everybody.
Well, the case is ongoing, so let's not, try to push that. Just react to the headline. Yes.
So that is why we have to be careful on what we say. We not to complicate issues. And then for our topic of today, honestly, I happy for federal government for putting support to people of Mokwa, because it's not easy. This is natural disaster, which government have to intervene, and they do. And we hope to make sure that the relief materials go around to people that need it most. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Jamilu. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Adola from Bisalagi.
Welcome.
The fight of two political godfathers in River State, Wike and Amisu, who will settle this fight between the two of them. You see, as a matter of fact, the truth, we don't know who is telling us the truth. And two most striking characteristics of Nigerian politicians are that they are pretenders and they can tell lies. So we don't know who is the father, who is the side. But one thing is that Nigerians should know these people. These people are billionaires. They have six of time. They have billions. And one of them is telling us that he's poor, that he wants to identify with the poor. You see, if you stop insulting in Nigeria, let them continue to fight. They are too comfortable. They have oppressed us and shorted us for many years. So anytime they fight, I feel happy. Anytime they want the dirty public in the dirty leader in public, I'm very happy. When politicians continue to fight, they have oppressed us and shorted us for many years. So let the fight continue. But I'm not saying they did fight. It is when they enter into a boxing competition that I know that they are fighting. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Good morning. Itodo. My name is Samuel calling from last camp this morning. Itodo, I was trying to listen. I was hoping I was going to listen to the key issue are the main problem of this country today. No newspaper headline that carry what is happening to Nigeria in terms of insecurity. I think you are from Benue State. You can call people from Benue State and ask what is happening with them there. How many attacks was carried on by Fulani herdsmen yesterday? Even in my village, Gong from Negatu local government, somebody was attacked, the whole hand was removed. And we have multiple of Fulani that are crossing from Nasarawa to that place. Nobody knows the particular place they are going to. We don't know what is happening in Benue. When it is happening in Plateau, all the media focus on Plateau, and now Plateau has peace today. Please, you people to help us tell our governor what is happening, what is he doing, what is his plan for his people. Thank you and good morning, Mr. Itodo.
Good morning, Deacon Itodo. My name is Mwazu John Lasisi, speaking from Jigo in Buhari, Abuja. Head budget too low. That is the basic truth. Even the little budget that is appropriated for the health sector, is it being used as it's supposed to? That is the question we should ask ourselves. All those so-called politicians, so-called big men that are flying outside country, is it not the same money appropriated for health they are using there? Where common man are here, the poor are here. Our health facilities, nothing to write home about. God will help us.
Good morning, Mr. Itodo. Good morning, Nigeria Info listener. My name is Mark Genius. I'm sending my audio note from Midsummer. Well, as regards to these Mokwa floodings, this really touched me, watching the videos, how people died, how homes were swept away by this strong flooding. But at the same time, I'm really surprised at this early rainy season, this rain will come so strong that we swept away many homes, many property were lost, and even bridges swept away. The people have been living there for quite a number of years. Nothing of this nature has been happening. So some people, when I was watching some of the videos, some people there, the residents there were saying this is not really rain. So they believe that maybe the water from the Kanjitan has been released. That was what causes this strong flooding. So we hope that government should do something about it as soon as possible. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts right there. 6:49. We're going through the headlines and getting your reactions to them. Also streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja regarding the killings that we, hear every other day. And it's starting to seem really normal in Nigeria. It's painful what communities across the country have to go through, not being certain if they would see the next day. And the recent incessant killings of innocent villagers by suspected headers and militia groups in Benue State. It's heartbreaking when fellow countrymen are killed in their sleep, in all innocence, not knowing what they have done wrong and where help will come from. People having to flee their safe haven in a bid to escape being killed by these people. How long would these communities who are affected by this tragedy have to wait for before they get some succor and some peers return to the community? And the Chief of Army Staff, Olufemi Oluyede, on Tuesday moved to Benue State in a strategic move to address these killings. And a source at the Army headquarters on Tuesday said that the Chief of Army Staff was concerned about the killings and displacement of families from their homes in the state. And, he had also ordered more deployment of troops and logistics to the states to hunt down the armed group terrorizing the people of Benue State. But what is the timeline? If there's a timeline, how long until these headers and these militia groups are made to answer for the crimes that they are committing, not just in Benue State, but other states that are plagued by the constant killings? Nigerians want to have, an idea when this will end. Beyond the lip service and the constant rhetoric, some action put in place and a timeline given to it. We're hoping that in due time, these deaths would not be the news that make the headlines on the daily. So this is calling on all security agents and security chiefs to ensure that this is handled in the best way possible and as soon as possible. We've got some time to get more feedback. Let's run through some of your WhatsApp messages right here. Politicians defecting from one party to the other are doing it at their own benefits. However, they don't care about what Nigerians are going through, like hunger, insecurity, and hardship. It's high time the youths wake up to challenge these people to leave power. May God help us and bless us, is what Opulent in Briary shares. And Emmanuel Ndakwa says, I love what Fubara wants to do by switching to APC because he doesn't want to bow to Wike and the Rivers State House of Assembly. Tinubu knows that every option is for his own gain. Wike might be betrayed. All right, well, he hasn't confirmed defecting to any party yet. We have a failed system as far as security is concerned. People have been killed on a daily basis, but it seems as though nothing is happening. Nigerians' lives are important. Stop gambling with our lives, is what Sammy Kings in Kubwa says. And federal government approves 2 billion naira for Mokwa town rebuilding. Why should government not be proactive? This money will be looted. If you know, then you understand. That's from St. Jude in Gwagwalada. The level of killings in Nigeria is getting out of hand. Our leaders should sit up and end these killings in our country. Government should do the needful. God bless Nigeria. Once again, Minister of Blue Economy. Only him to tell us that he'll represent the president in the U.S. Okay. All right, I'm not sure what this is about. Can you resend that message so we can get what exactly you are reacting to? The government at various levels should be more proactive in finding solutions to flood-prone areas, most especially when warning is repeatedly given from the appropriate quarters. And Itodo says, Chief of Army Staff should speak about the reason behind the failure of government in dealing with Boko Haram. Nigeria, we need to tell ourselves the truth and be sincere. May Almighty Allah bless this nation, is what Alhaji Solio Adebisi Itodo in Lagos shares as his thoughts. All right, time to wrap things up right here. Go on a quick breather at 7 o'clock. Iba time for the lead for today. Do all the stay tuned and be a part of that as well.
This is Morning Crossfire. With all the stories that make the...
This is Nigeria Info.